boy, did we get some big news. I think it was like today. So 343 has come out with the news of the Season 4 flighting, or Halo 4 flighting. And honestly, couldn't care less about Halo 4. I don't like that game at all. Even like the supposed ranked playlist that's coming out with it, which I'm assuming is probably like the settings that the community came up with, because there was never ranked for that game when it was like the game, you know. Um, Even those settings, I just hate. Like, it's just not a good game. So, not looking forward to Halo 4, but what's coming with the season, boy. So if you've been paying attention right here, I'm moving my cursor, which means I'm not playing on controller anymore, and there's a reason for that. So, with this new season coming out, there's going to be input-based matchmaking for ranked. And I cannot wait for that, because I have a PC for a reason. I have a PC because I want to play PC games, and I want to play with my mouse and my keyboard. There's many reasons why I decided to get off console and get a PC. Can you get out of my way, please? Thank you. But yeah, I want to play with what I paid for. I don't want to have to buy a controller. I mean, I love playing Halo on controller. Don't get me wrong, and I think it's personally meant for controller. But gotta say, this game, exclusive, like especially Halo 3 on mouse and keyboard, it's actually kind of lit. And it's actually a lot of fun when you play against other mouse and keyboard players and not controllers. Not saying there's anything wrong with playing with a controller, like I said before, but I think it just brings a whole different... It's like a whole different type of game, I think. And I think I'd actually probably like it more than controller Halo. It's hard to explain. It really is. Because, duh, we're playing the same game, right? Playing the same type of game, it's like setups are the same, yada yada yada. But there's certain things that you can do with a controller that you can't do with a mouse and keyboard. So like things, for example, would be, easier BR fights with the auto aim. Because, I don't know, I haven't tested it yet personally, but on mouse and keyboard, obviously there's no aim assist or magnetism. So, it's easier to get headshots because the headshot, like hitbox, I'm just gonna say the hitbox for the headshot goes all the way down to the chest. So, it's a lot easier to finish off people on controller. But on the advantages that you get with the controller is the unscoped accuracy, because Halo 3 I think is like a whole different beast when it comes to playing with a mouse and keyboard, because it's projectile, and every Halo's projectile, but for example like Halo 2, it's like a slower, or I mean it's a faster projectile speed, so it kind of just seems like you're playing hit scan. So yeah, Halo 3, the projectiles are a lot slower, so it's just hard. It's hard to explain. It's like a feel to it. It just feels better for mouse and keyboard players to play. So I feel like if this input-based matchmaking came out, it would help PC players get into it more. And I'd probably be playing that more than controller Halo, because I just I want to play a PC. I want to play a PC game. I don't want to play a console game. Even though I love Halo, and I first played it on Xbox when it came out, and I've been playing with a controller because it's just that's what Halo's that's what it was built for, right? This game is not a PC game. Let's just get that straight. It's not a PC game. This is an Xbox 360 game that was ported to a better console, which was then ported to a PC with built-in you know, PC controls. It's not a PC game. It's not built to be on PC. So yeah, I feel like that would help out a lot, and I'm very excited for that because it's just like I said before, it's like a whole different game. Not only do we get input-based matchmaking though, we also get something I think that's gonna, two things actually that are gonna change drastically for this game. We get the custom games browser that they said they're working on, and I'm assuming it's gonna come out with this update. I hope it does, because it would just make so much sense. Not only that, we get the so yeah, so like I was saying, or was trying to say earlier before I had like the biggest brain fart ever. It's just the two things that are going to help with the PC community is the input-based matchmaking and then custom games browser, because then that's where, you know, there's like a whole, you have to, in order to play like cool custom games on PC, like Forge World stuff, kind of, you have to like join this Discord where a bunch of people meet up. Like that's the only way. But now that's, you know, it's just gonna make it easier for people to get stuff like that going. And then turns for like just you know, people who want to have their own like map playlists. That's gonna be possible now. That's gonna be huge because the maps in social are just god awful. Like, why are we playing 4v4 standoff and 4v4 Valhalla? Now people are going to have the option to just say, no, we don't feel like playing that. That's not optimal to have 8 people play on Valhalla. That's just not right. Hold on, let me, fuck. I almost shit on that kid. But yeah, it's just, this update is going to be huge. It's just gonna, it's like a huge quality of life change, and I can't wait for it. I really hope that the input-based matchmaking is gonna like radically change the way people view this game, because right now, only people who really care about this game are just the console players that came onto this because it's on PC and they get the higher frames, they get the higher FOV, they get all the stuff that come with a PC. And not really much of the PC community has stayed around with it, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this update, and I think that it will change everything. It will finally probably turn this game into a quote-unquote PC game. So those were my thoughts on it. Give the video a like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.